Hello again to another Agakala React, and today we have another date night with Eric. Yay!
Awesome.
And we're watching something you're gonna like.
I see hamburgers. Every regional style of hamburger we could find across the United States. From Weird History Food.
We watched some other stuff from them before, but not in a long time.
See, we're having McDonald's for dinner today, or some
Are
kind
we?
of. We are.
Are we?
I don't know. I think you're hinting McDonald's. Or
No, I'm not
Burger King
hinting
or-
at all. That's actually made this video
Smash it.
ready a few days ago.
Some kind of
Whether
burger.
you buy from a clown or a king or a little red-haired girl perpetually frozen in the 1960s, you can find a hamburger
coming
on
to
just
Ireland.
about every street corner in America. Since its murky origins at the end of the 19th century, there have been countless unique takes on this beefy sandwich, ranging from the sweet to the savory to the alarmingly decadent. So, today, we're taking a bite out of every style of hamburger we could find across the U.S. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Foods channel. And let us know in the comments below what other staple food styles you would like to hear about. Okay, where's the beef? As its name would suggest, what separates the Connecticut steamed cheeseburger from all the other burgers is the way in which it's cooked. It's a literal steamed ham. Seymour Skinner would be proud.
You call hamburgers steamed ham?
Yes.
The burger is usually steamed within a stainless steel cabinet that has a basin of water heated up at its base. These cabinets allow the fats to melt out of the burger and to be drained away after cooking, leaving behind a lean, juicy patty. With melted cheese on top, of course.
This is the most fun I've had with my clothes on since I can't tell you when.
Jack's Lunch, a Middleton, Connecticut restaurant that
Steamed
closed its
burger.
doors for good in the mid-1900s, is generally
Oh, I bake my
credited with
burgers.
inventing this local exclusive. In the century or so since its inception, the style has spread out to a variety of other joints in adjacent towns, but it's remained hard to come by anywhere else, except Springfield. While everyone loves a good slider, the people of New Jersey may love sliders most of all. In the Garden State, they follow the White Castle model of taking small balls of beef and smashing them onto flat-top grills, allowing the heat of the burgers to cook the onions. A place called White Manna is the most famous of New Jersey's slider joints, and it was founded way back in 1939 for that year's World's Fair. 6 years later, they moved to Hackensack, New Jersey, where they have been a destination slider spot for over 7 decades. Hey, people need a reason to go to Hackensack. According to legend, golf sauce was originally designed by Argentine Nobel laureate Luis Federico Leloy, condiment for the prawns served at his local golf club. Would that be a prondiment? Yeah, probably. He mixed together mayonnaise and ketchup, along with cumin, oregano, and pimento. And voila! The perfect sauce was made for munching down prawns, or for smothering atop a future sandwich. Enter the Dominican Chimiburger. The Chimiburger is a product of
That
the
looks
Dominican
nice.
Republic, typically topped with Leloy's golf sauce, along with tomato and cabbage. It is always served on pan de agua, which is a baguette-like water roll common in the Caribbean. If you're looking for a chimiburger in the US, they can typically be found anywhere there are Dominican communities, particularly in New York City and its surrounding areas, along with parts of Baltimore and Miami. Iowa's loose meat sandwich is like a cheeseburger and a sloppy Joe got stuck together in that teleporter from the fly. It originated in Sioux City's now closed Ye Olde Tavern back in 1924, when then owner David Hegland decided he was too cool for solid patties. What he made instead is basically just a burger, mixed with onion, ketchup, and pickles. But the beef is all loose like a meatloaf in a car accident. Just 2 years after Hegland unleashed his creation upon the world, the nearby Made Right restaurant opened up, taking Hegland's loose meat sandwich for themselves and renaming it after the restaurant. Today, almost a century later, the Iowa loose meat sandwich is available anywhere between Kansas and Ohio. It's called either the Tavern Sandwich or the Made Right, depending on who you ask. Well, we hope it's made right anyway. QP Hamburgers is one of the oldest burger chains in existence. Founded in Flint, Michigan in 1923, the chain grew to prominence by boasting its ever-luxurious olive burger. The burger is just what it sounds like. It's a burger with green olives on top, often Swiss cheese as the topping of choice.
olives.
Back in the
I don't
day,
like olives.
Michiganders were so taken by QP's olive
I think
burger
green
that
olives is the
plopping
same thing
olives
like
or
green
spreading
peppers,
olive
right.
mayo on top of burgers became
like
commonplace in
olives
both
in general.
Michigan and northern Ohio, and olive burgers likewise remain commonplace to this day. While the QP chain is no longer the regional powerhouse it once was, its direct descendant can still be found today in the form of
Yeah, I
Weston's
tried to,
QP
but-
Sandwich Shop, located in Lansing, Michigan.
sound appealing.
Their olive burgers come in not only regular and king sizes, but also the colossal size, presumably for those who like their olives by the jarful. The Theta Burger emerged somewhere in the 1930s or 40s, when Oklahoma City's Town Tavern crafted a
actually,
distinctive
wouldn't mind a
burger
burger
for the
today.
University of Oklahoma's
No, after
Kappa
watching
Alpha
this.
Theta sorority. What
don't
made
have
this
buns.
burger special, and what made it go on to become a regional favorite,
And the bread
is
maker
its
kicks
hickory
ass.
barbecue sauce, pickles, mayonnaise, and shredded cheddar cheese. Though Town Tavern has since closed down for good, the Theta Burger lives on in local restaurants, namely the Mont and Johnny's Charcoal Broiler. The fried onion burger is another Oklahoma
modern?
favorite because
On
the
the
Midwest never met a
burgers
vegetable it
around the
couldn't
United
fry.
States.
The fried onion burger emerged during the
If we
Great
want a road
Depression
trip, we can go
when
on the
Ross
road trip
Davis,
and go down to
the
the
owner of a joint called Hamburger Inn, sought out a cheap way to beef up his restaurant's smash burgers. Rather than using bread, though, Davis would instead smash onions into his burger patties directly on the flat iron, making the burgers more hugified and also more flavorful. These burgers were a hit with his customers, and competing restaurants soon adopted the practice too, eventually adding on cheese, pickles, and mustard. Now, a whole century later, the fried onion burger remains a staple burger style all across the Sooner State. While Juicy Lucy may sound more like a cabaret performer than a savory treat, its cheesy insides will leave you riled up all the same. The only difference between a Juicy Lucy and your standard cheeseburger is that, in a Juicy Lucy, the cheese is cooked inside the burger rather than on the outside, leaving a
Just got an
pocket of
idea of the
scalding deliciousness. While
Yes.
the Juicy Lucy originated at Matt's Bar and Grill in Minneapolis, Minnesota,
I'm baking my
apparently
burgers,
after a
like,
startled customer exclaimed
is that
that his
chicken with
burger
the,
was
butter
one
inside?
Juicy Lucy, it has since spread its
whatever.
cheesy innards all across
Double
America.
Yeah.
Both loved and reviled, the Missouri Goober Burger made a name for itself as the one-stop shop for those looking to eat both a hamburger and a peanut butter sandwich at the same time. You know who you are. While the Goober Burger was popularized in
For you,
Sedalia,
yes.
Missouri by the now closed Wheel-In Drive-In, who used to apply hot, melty peanut butter sauce to its burgers by the
butter, huh?
ladleful, the burger has since found its way into adventurous gastropubs all across the country. So step aside, Jelly. Peanut butter has a new best friend.
Try it
Invented
once.
for the Seymour
Like the
Fair in
best ever.
1885, popularized by Milwaukee's Solly's Grill in 1936, and recently spread nationwide by the rapid expansion of Culver's, the Wisconsin Butterburger has grown from a regional secret into a nationally recognized burger style.
That is Butterburger heaven.
While Butterburgers come in many forms, they all have one thing in common. They're covered in a healthy serving
Jesus.
of melted butter.
I like butter,
Sometimes
but come
this butter
on.
is slathered directly onto the patty.
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes it's dumped on top of the burger.
Jeez.
And some
That's
Whoa.
what we think of American food. That's it. I was just drowning in butter. Oh my gosh. I'd eat it, but then I'd probably have to go to the hospital.
Well, you don't have a high cholesterol unlike me,
Oh, yeah.
so you can eat it. I'm gonna have a bite of you.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
The
Lies.
name is
As
apt
the
for
case
it
with
though.
Culver's,
Yeah.
the butter is lightly brushed over
Lightly?
the burger.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
Submerged.
waiting for. Better get to
Oh
it.
my god.
Last up, we have one more entry from the Badger State, the Wisconsin Poached Burger.
Badger?
First created at Prairie du Chiene's still open Pete's Hamburgers in 1909, this style of burger requires a flat-top grill covered in a layer of water and a healthy boatload of onions. Can a boatload of onions be healthy? It's up to us to find out. Balls
mean,
of
it's
beef are
onions,
then
so-
smashed onto this flat top, cooking the burgers in the boiling onion water until they're ready to serve. Other businesses, such as Joe Ruher's Bar just outside of Green Bay, have
boiled
since
burger,
taken
huh?
up this practice too, making the Wisconsin Poached Burger a scrappy up-and-coming challenger to the Butterburger's heavyweight success.
No, I had a manager at, I think it was Burger King or McDonald's I worked for, where the, must have been a Burger King, because the grill wasn't working. And we had customers waiting for their orders, so he fried the patties in the fryer.
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to cross-contaminate, but he did anyways. So I wonder how that tasted.
never had fried burger. It's like meat. I guess like kind of like meatball, just flatter. That's what
Well, it was like submerged in oil,
yeah.
like when you do the French fries.
Yeah, like I get it, but it's just I'm just saying that it would be probably tasting slightly similar to meatballs because of the crunch from the oil.
Yeah.
The meatball, the only difference between hamburger and meatball is hamburger doesn't have that many additives. Like, yeah, well, like you adding onions and stuff for me because I like in it. But basically, let's say if you have meatball, you would have like egg and you have like my mother. That's what my mother does. Yeah, breadcrumbs, onion. You know, like that's the difference between burger and a meatball, isn't it? That there's fillers in the meatball, but they're not supposed to be fillers in the burger. Burger should be just meat.
Oh yeah. Well, depends where you go.
Yeah, I'm saying like, it should be, but I didn't say it is.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Was that on at all?
What started as a Colombian take on the American hamburger eventually found its way onto the streets of Miami. Meet the Colombian Comida Rápida burger. While this fast food burger is frequently topped with lettuce, tomato, and onion, it also often includes melted mozzarella cheese and crushed potato chips for that after-school snack taste. But what makes this burger truly special
Sometimes
is its
people are
love
asking for
of
chip
sauces.
sandwich.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's covered in a simple pink sauce, a blend of
Like
both
they have
ketchup
eggs
and
on that
mayonnaise.
burger.
But other times it's slathered in garlic mayo, a cilantro sauce, or more strikingly, a sweet and tangy pineapple sauce.
Yeah, I get that. Oh yeah.
And now
I
introducing
might try that.
the frita
So
cubana.
actually, I do like
As you might
pineapple on
expect,
burgers.
this
The
little
teriyaki
lover comes
burgers
to us from the
freaking
pearl
amazing.
of the Antilles. That is to say, it's Cuban street food, and it likewise can be found all over Miami. Unlike other burgers, the frita cubana's patty isn't just plain beef. It's a ground mix of both beef and either chorizo or pork, along with a bunch of other additives, like paprika, ketchup, onions, and potato sticks. Once it's all put together, the patty's grilled up evenly on a flat top, and is then served with a hefty portion of even more potato sticks. There is no such thing as too many potato sticks. Remember the classic line from the 1994 movie, The Shawshank Redemption?
Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Georgia's Luther Burger lets you do both. Not only is it topped with bacon and sometimes a fried egg, but it's always served between two halves of a glazed donut. Legend has it that Soul
Yeah, I tried that.
Looking like a
Ross
food
first
donut,
developed
though.
this 1,500-calorie burger when cobbling together a meal at home. Just one bite, and he was in love.
Luther Vandross is dead.
And
While this story may or may not be true, the burger began popping up around Decatur, Georgia, decades ago.
I mean, the
and it
sweet
has
and
since
thing goes
become
nice with
commonplace
it.
at carnivals and fairs
It looks
in both
nice,
the
though.
American
Yeah.
South and the
don't know.
Midwest. Despite its
I'll
name,
try it.
the
Yeah.
Mississippi Slug Burger isn't supposed to have any slugs on it at all. So if you find one, send it back. Instead, the burger gets its name from its old-timey price tag. Back in the day, during the first two world wars and the Great Depression, a nickel was often referred to as a slug. Likewise, slug burgers were usually sold for 1 nickel, making them a cheap alternative to normal burgers when times was tough. So what makes the slug
That's
burger
strange,
special? Its patty is loaded either with
I
breadcrumbs or
see.
with flour and soy
Meatball.
meal, allowing the meat to travel further than normal beef patties could ever hope to go. Because of this, slug burgers are often called dough burgers, but that just doesn't have the slug-filled ring to it. Today, the city of Corinth, Mississippi still holds the annual Slug Burger Festival, wherein live music, local vendors, and the Miss Slug Burger pageant all come together to celebrate this Magnolia State staple. Pimento cheese is usually a combination of either cheddar cheese or American cheese, mayonnaise, and little red chili peppers known as pimentos. It's, fine. It's most common in the American South, with different regions having their own unique takes on the spread. But anywhere there's pimento on the menu, especially in South Carolina, a pimento cheeseburger is sure to be just around the corner. A pimento cheeseburger is just an otherwise standard burger topped with the spicy, spreadable cheese for a burger with just a bit of bite. Memphis's Dyer Burgers, which opened its doors in 1912 and still stands to this day, has been straining and reusing the grease from its burgers for well over a century. That's right, the grease they cook their burgers in is the same recycled grease they've been using for over 100 years.
Oh, wow.
Is that legal? They make use of this ancient basin by dipping their thin burger patties into its depths. Once they're done, the resulting grease is strained once again and added back into the basin to be used again later. You can also try the double dip, wherein they take the entire assembled burger, the patty and bun along with all the toppings, and dip it into the basin for an extra greasy experience. It's heart-murmuringly delicious.
Huh.
You can, like, no, depending on the
The San Antonio
The
Bean
grease.
Burger.
not even filtering, but like the grease is just basically being reheated and stuff like that. So if they keep reusing it, I don't know. Just, it sounds kind of terrible, but I think obviously they can't.
Hails from San Antonio,
Save a lot of money that
Texas. Oh, hey, that's easy to remember. It's a standard beef patty topped with crushed Fritos, diced onions, cheese whiz, and refried beans. For that authentic, I'm hungry and this is what was in the pantry experience. There are conflicting theories over who invented this Lone Star delicacy. The burger's origins today are tied to the success of
Refried beans
Sills
on a burger.
Snack Shack, a restaurant owned and operated by Frank Sills for over 30 years. While the original Sills Snack Shack is no longer around, the bean burgers it popularized have since scattered all across the region, and often now offer a number of variations. From
Something,
replacing
I
the
think that,
cheese
yeah.
whiz with genuine cheddar cheese, switching out the Fritos for tostadas. The San Antonio Bean Burger hails from San Antonio, Texas. Oh, hey, that's easy to
Tortilla
remember.
chips?
It's a standard beef
Those
patty
Fritos.
topped with crushed Fritos, diced onions, cheese whiz, and refried beans. For that authentic,
It's a Fritos.
I'm hungry and this is what was in the pantry
It's a brown tortilla
experience.
chips.
There
They're
are
kinda
conflicting
like a
theories over who invented this Lone Star
specific
delicacy.
shape.
The burger's origins today are tied to the success of Sills Snack Shack, a restaurant owned and operated by Frank Sills for over 30 years. While the original Sills Snack Shack is no longer around, the bean burgers it popularized have since scattered all across the region, and often now offer a number of variations. From replacing the cheese whiz with genuine cheddar cheese, switching out the Fritos for tostadas, or adding in some pico de gallo for extra flavor. The New Mexico green chili cheeseburger is a cheeseburger topped with, well, you get it. However, the green chilies in the green chili cheeseburgers are actually a special green chili sauce rather than chili peppers. According to legend, the green chili cheeseburger was a go-to meal for the scientists working on the Manhattan Project in 1945, who would frequent San Antonio, New Mexico's Owl Bar and Cafe after a long day of fission. If you're looking to taste the very same green chili cheeseburger that those scientists once had, the Owl Bar is still owned and operated by the same family to this day, and they currently advertise a $6 green chili cheeseburger on their website. After you're done there, you can continue down the green chili cheeseburger trail, a collection of more than 60 New Mexican green chili cheeseburger joints that line the highways of the entire state for anyone looking to make a patty pilgrimage. Behold, the
Oh. Oh, whoa. Wow, what's so funny?
Nothing.
Are you sure? Where am I? Oh, yeah. So, is there something you wouldn't try?
Well, I'll try everything at least once. And food-wise.
Some of them are looking really nice.
Unless I know it's like a tongue burger, you know, or a bull's
If you know, or if you wouldn't know, you
testes
should try
burger.
it.
Be true. If it was tongue with bull's testes and smushed together and said, "Here's a new burger for you, try it." Not tell me what it is, then yeah, I'll try it.
I know, start giving you some stuff now. Just try it, Eric. It's nice. I'm not telling you what it is.
But then if I know what it is, like, no, not a chance.
I have nothing to add. I definitely would try any of them. Even the one with the green olive thing. Even the one with the peanut butter.
Really?
I would have a bite of it.
So if I made a peanut butter burger, you'll try it? If
I'd try it.
If it,
If you're gonna make it and if you're gonna try it, I'd try it. I'm gonna have a bite.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
The whole thing. But
So-
don't make me another one.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Just make one to try it. Gotcha. What was on it? Peanut butter, beef.
That was supposed to be peanut butter sauce.
Hmm.
But I think peanut butter will work too. Let's see. If you try it. If you remember.
I won't.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do a burger. Think of just a bunch of burgers in one day and try them all.
The sliders.
Sliders. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Anything else to add? We'll be back. Because this is a long ad. It's only the first one.
An hour?
No.
I'm joking.
I had one that wasn't so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I skipped that one. No, too long. Alright, we're back and we're going to Eric's home state.
California.
Yeah.
Yeah, burger. What sets this Golden State rendition apart from the American classic is simple. It either includes avocado, or if the chef is feeling particularly saucy, guacamole. Bacon's usually thrown into the mix too, along with lettuce, tomato, and onion, depending on the region you're buying from. Incidentally, California's most famous burger joint, In-N-Out, doesn't carry either avocado or bacon, meaning California's most famous burger isn't a California burger at all. That didn't stop Eat Show, an Orange County-based YouTube channel, from playing an April Fool's joke on over 100,000 salivating In-N-Out fans back in 2018, tricking people into believing that In-N-Out was launching an all-new Cali-style burger. Over a half-decade later, In-N-Out still hasn't made the Cali-style burger a reality. What do they have against the humble avocado?
I remember walking out from
If
In-N-Out.
you're out of buns and the glazed donuts are nowhere to be found,
I was there with
you can...
Yeah, you were there with me. My mom was there as well, and there was like only 4 options on the menu. And I'm like, yeah, there's no chicken. She eats only chicken, and I didn't feel like having a burger, so no. I think we end up in Polo Loco.
Possibly.
Yeah, that was nice. I would like to go back.
Replace the bun with rye bread and make yourself a patty melt, baby. A patty melt is a cheeseburger, usually made on grilled rye bread and topped with Swiss cheese and grilled or caramelized onions. Allegedly created by Los Angeles native Tiny Naylor. While there is some debate over whether or not Tiny and his family actually invented the patty melt, there is no doubt that they helped to popularize the sandwich over the course of the 1930s by selling it at their then more than 40 restaurant locations across Southern California. In more recent years, the rye is often substituted for sourdough or Texas toast, while patty melt purists will claim this is a
Texas
totally
toast.
different sandwich.
Really thick toast.
Just normal bread? Just do it thick?
I think so.
While no one seems to know for sure
pastrami.
just who thought to put pastrami and Thousand Island dressing on top of a cheeseburger, the
get it,
resulting
yeah.
pastrami burger has
see that
become a
working
Utah
together.
classic. Some believe the trend was started back in 1978 by Nick Katsanavas, one of the original owners of Crown Burgers in Salt Lake City, which has allegedly been selling these meaty burgers since first opening its doors. And no one seems to remember pastrami burgers before Crown Burgers came along. Regardless of who invented them, pastrami burgers have since turned into a local mainstay, with various takes on the sandwich popping up all across Salt Lake City and the wider Beehive State. Utah, give me 2! The Montana Nut Burger is a normal burger covered in a decidedly abnormal sauce, a delectable mixture of Miracle Whip and crushed salted peanuts. The
Isn't
resulting
Miracle Whip
smash
like
burger is
sweet
both
stuff?
crunchy and
Miracle
creamy,
Whip?
creating
It's
a
like a,
confusing yet tasty treat for the refined
cream
Montana
alternative.
palate.
Is
The
it
heart
sweet?
of all nut burgers is Butte, Montana, where Matt's Place Drive-In popularized the sandwich beginning in 1930 and turned it into a regional favorite before closing its doors in 2021. So what do you think? Which of these burger styles would you like to try?
Pizzas.
That was Miracle Whip and peanuts.
Dogs. Miracle peanuts? I don't know about that. I try it, but
Yeah, no, we'll have to go
just
to
don't
Montana.
know.
So, which one do you still remember? Look, every style of hot dog, every pizza style you could find in the
Yeah.
United States.
Gotta watch those. Next week.
Maybe. I'm gonna save it to watch later and I'm gonna have it.
What was it? There was something that I wanted to try.
You wanted to try?
I can't remember one of the burgers. Cheese melted inside the beef. Okay.
Okay. Anything else? No. They were all looking kind of tasty, but not everything when you know what's in them. It's just not great.
Yeah.
But now I do definitely want a burger today.
Oh, definitely.
I can skip a bun for the price.
I'm sorry?
I can skip the bun for the price.
I guess we have fries too.
Oh.
Gotta work my magic.
Have anything else to add?
No?
No,
So that's everything.
no. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow and see Eric next week. Bye.